Hey, hi, hello everybody. It is Andrew here from AppleInsider, and I am very excited to walk through all of the changes to complications and watch faces here in watchOS 7. We have a lot of fun things to explore and talk about, so let's dive in. Starting out, just because it's a little easier to see, we're going to start out with the Watch app over on our iPhone, and we're going to look at the face gallery. Here we can see some of the new options that are going to be laid out before we actually get to them on our watch. The most notable one to talk about is the new Chronograph Pro. So Chronograph has been around, but now they have an updated version called Chronograph Pro that adds that tachometer to the center. So aside from the tachometer in the center, we also have a variety of colors to choose from, just like as you'd expect it to do. And then we have different time scales for the tachometer in the center. So we have 60 second, 30 seconds, 6 second, and 3 second intervals around that outside. Then we have those 4 complications. These are using that curved look, just like they were using for the standard chronograph watch face. So 4 ones that you can choose in each of the 4 corners, and they are curved, and we'll see a little bit how those are represented now in watchOS 7 in just a moment. Other than that, there's basically just a few changes throughout all of the other watch faces that you've seen. Not all of them, a lot of them are very standard because a lot of them have been updated minorly over the years. But we have a few things to check out this time around. The Pride faces, there's a lot more options as far as Pride faces go. Basically just giving you that Pride aesthetic on a variety of different watch faces. So even though we were kind of limited before, there's now just a ton of options for these rainbow Pride faces, just kind of throughout all the faces that Apple offers. So another great option here for sharing your Pride. Going down, we have an update to the extra large face. We'll check out this on the watch as well. But while you have all the colors and all that's the same as before, you can now put a giant complication in your center. It looks fantastic, especially if you have really rich complication you want to share off, whether it's activity or any of the third-party ones that are going to support stuff like this. There's tons of different colors that you can choose from, as always, and these mirror your Apple Watch bands that you can get through Apple, which is always just a nice little touch. But all the way on the left too, there is the one for full color. So if you prefer color overlay on everything, great. But if you want to stick with the actual rich colors of the complication itself, then go all the way to the left where the multicolor option is. So in this case, our activity rings, you can see those will show in blue, green, and red. Moving over to our Apple Watch, running watchOS 7, we're going to take a look at some of these things. So first, it has switched from customized to edit when you're going in to edit any of these watch faces. And here you can see we are changing those time scales from the 60 second, 30 second, 6 second, and 3 second intervals for the tachometer on side of the Chronograph Pro. You can see what it kind of looks like here. We also have a new color picker, which is really nicely implemented. Gives you not only the kind of color at the bottom, but it gives you a little preview on that right hand side of what you've gone through and what you can get to next. It's really nice to be able to see it visually, see the name, and see all the ones that are available on that list on that right hand side. Not only was that color picker updated with watchOS 7, but as are the complications. So you can see we have our 4 complications. If I tap one in the upper corner, you can see we have this new interface that appears. And uses this big, bright version of it. It takes up the entire watch face and shows you all of your complications that you can choose and gives you a preview of what they look like, including their colors and how they're kind of curved go around the watch face. So some like messages may not do that, or maps and directions may not do that. Map My Ride doesn't do that, but others have that curved complication to it. And it looks really cool instead of just kind of displaying it before. So nice new ways to view that. It works for other size complications as well, such as this large one here in the center that displays a lot of information. You can see here how much additional space is being shown and kind of what it can do. Now there are a few new complications to talk about. So we have new astronomy watch faces. We have the compass one, has a lot more detail than did before, and you can see that some have additional parts to them. So now with watchOS 7, complications can have, or an app can have multiple complications to it. So weather is broken down into multiple things, so that all those are grouped together. And the same thing new with shortcuts. So shortcuts is a new complication, and you can see it is broken down into all the different shortcuts that you have programmed. So you can go through your entire list here, choose the ones you want, and add that as a complication right in your watch face, the corners, your big ones, or whatever it may be. But shortcuts are a new option, and apps allowing you to have multiple complications is also new with watchOS 7. So here again, if we go into this complication again, now that we have those new complications, we have those new colors. I really like how they implemented this color. This is a really nice look, especially on the larger watch faces, where you can preview all of those, see the names, and see the dots on the right-hand side. It makes you more aware of where you are in that entire list. So here, that tachometer that we were looking at, you can start and stop on that right-hand side to start moving time around, and when you hit the one on the left-hand side, it'll take you back to your actual watch face, and essentially take you out of the UI of the tachometer. So a few other changes to look at. If you remember the picture watch face, so this is still around, but now you can actually add different hues and colors and effects to it. So as you go through, we have this picture here, and we're just jumping through all these different colors to really skew how the picture looks. You can just add a really nice effect and kind of have the photos that you're showing match with maybe a watch band that you're wearing or an outfit you're wearing. Just another small effect that you can use to change your photos, and of course you can just stick with the original version of that photo there at the top. Sharing watch faces is a big part of watchOS 7. Here you can see we actually are in our watch face interface, and you can see that the interface here has changed a bit. We have the edit instead of customize. We have that new share option in that lower left-hand corner. When we tap that, you can actually share a watch face through a message. So I can add somebody here at the top for my contacts. It has 4 complications of sharing. I can add some text to it, including these basic ones that they pre-do for you, and then just send it on its way. And they'll receive that on their iPhone, and they'll be able to add it right to their watch face. So here's what it looks like inside the messages. I've gone ahead and messaged Wes a watch face, and he's messaged one to me. So if I want to add the one that Wes has sent over, you can see add infograph modular watch face. This is the one he uses at bedtime. Now, sometimes it'll say you don't have an app. So if there's a complication for an app that you don't have, it'll let you know. And you can either download that app from the App Store, so in this case the new Sleep app, or you can continue without that app or that complication. Just continue anyway, and boom, that watch face has been added to my watch face library, and it is set as the current active watch face on my Apple Watch. This doesn't work just here inside of messages, but you can download watch faces from the App Store, curated ones from editors. You can download from websites or from within third-party apps. Apple really did change a lot here. We have several new complications. Existing complications have been updated. We have new watch faces and updates to existing watch faces. And of course, we can share faces. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Reach me on Twitter at Andrew_SU and let me know what your favorite new changes are to watchOS 7.
Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow AppleInsider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the AppleInsider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.